In today's lesson, we will be using Fusion 360 to create a keychain. So the first thing I'm going to do is create the outline of our keychain. So I'm going to come up to our toolbar up at the top. I'm going to find the Create Sketch function. First thing it's going to ask me to do is select the plane. In this case, since we're 3D printing this, we want this to be printed flat on the bed of the printer. So I'm going to select this bottom plane. So we can see that the screen has changed. We have our sketch box that has popped up. The tools have changed at the top. So now we have our sketch tools. We're going to go up to the 2-point rectangle. We're going to start by clicking on the origin, the center circle here, dragging it out to the right. And we're just going to drop it at a point. So now we have the shape starting to form. But in this case, I want this to be a square. I want it to be 3 by 3. So I'm going to come up to our toolbar. I'm going to find the sketch dimension feature. Select that. Then I can hover over an edge, select it, drag it over to the side, type in my number, followed by enter, and it will change the dimension of that line. So I'm going to change both sides. So now I have a 3 by 3 square. Once I have that finished, I can hit finish sketch in the box here. Now I can zoom in and out with the mouse. We can see our square starting to form. We have our view cube up in the top. If I were to grab onto that cube at any point, I can pivot it from that location. Hitting this little home button in the top will take us back to our isometric view. So now we're back in our isometric view. I'm going to now extrude the face of this cube. So up here we have the extrude function. This will allow me to extend the face of this sketch. So you'll see that it is turned blue. That means it has been selected. I'm going to go down to where it says distance, and we're going to change that distance to 250 thou, or quarter inch. Once that's done, you can hit OK. And there we go. We have our outline of our keychain started. Now, we're going to add some fillets to all of the edges. So a fillet is going to add a small radius to all the edges that are on this workpiece. So I'm going to come up to the toolbar under Modify. You'll see Fillet. And now we're going to go around and select all the edges of this keychain. Should be 12 edges altogether. So 12 edges, and we're going to change this dimension to not 300, but 30 thou. So 30 thou, you can see that the radius is, the fillets are appearing. Nice little radius all the way around, clean up the edges. Then we can hit OK. So there we go. We have the outside shape. We have the size down. The thickness is complete. Last thing we need to do is we're going to add a hole somewhere up in this top left corner. So I'm going to look at the top view of this for the next step. We're going to come over to Create. We're going to find the hole feature. It's going to ask us to select the face plane or sketch. In this case, we want to select the top face. And I can drag and drop this hole to where I want, or I can add reference points on the side of the cube. So I want to add reference to the outside, not the fillet. So the outside edge, I'm going to click that and change that to 250 thou. I'm going to then select the top edge and make it 250 thou from the top. Now that we have the hole location, we're going to change the depth and diameter of that hole. So in this box, our prompt box, we have some features of the hole: counterbore, countersink, tapped holes. In this case, it's just a straight through, simple hole, no threads, no taper, and we're going to a depth of 1/4 inch because that's the thickness of the keychain. Typical 1 in 118 degree drill point, and the diameter of this drill is going to be 0.25. Once we have all that complete, so 1/4 inch in diameter, 1/4 inch deep, 1/4 inch away from either edge. Hit OK. And now we can see our hole starting to form. If I grab the cube, I can rotate it, flip it around. I can see that there's a hole all the way through. So step 1 is now complete.